are now.
Dad, where is this park?
Looks kind of closed.
Make summer fun with a Mini Cooper Countryman for $199 a month and $44.80 due at signing at Mini of Portland.
Giving back to the community is very important to our family.
Help the Portland community and buy your 50/50 raffle tickets at every Timbers and Thorns home game. As a current board member of AC Portland, I know they're making a difference in the community through sports and education. 50% of the jackpot benefits Active Children Portland and the Stand Together Fields for All program. To participate, look for the 50/50 signs at home games and visit timbers.com/50/50 for more information.
It's must-win at Merlo Field as Portland Timbers 2 host Tulsa Roughnecks FC with just 5 games left in the USL regular season. Good afternoon and welcome to a smoky Portland, Oregon. I'm Jake Sivan. Wildfires to the east have created a smoky Saturday here in the Rose City, and a match that is so important for Portland Timbers 2 with just 5 games left, sitting outside of the playoff picture at the moment. T2 knows they need to pretty much win every match from here on out to keep their playoff hopes alive. Tulsa Roughnecks FC in a similar situation. T2 took care of their business last week against Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. Here's how it went down last Sunday here at Merlo Field. In the 45th minute, Carlton Belmar scored his 10th goal of the year, the first rookie in USL to double-digit goals to make it 1-0 T2 at the break. Then in the 68th, Belmar completed his second brace of the season, now 11 goals on the year, tied for 5th in USL. Brent Richards, a substitute, came off the bench, got another assist to Blair Gavin as T2 won 3-1. Kickoff just moments away here at Merlo Field. National anthem right now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Here's why this match is so important for both of these teams. Tulsa Roughnecks FC currently in playoff position, tied for 5th in the Western Conference with Orange County Blues. But the Roughnecks only have 3 matches left. The teams below them have more, including T2 with 5 games to go. Sac Republic with 6 games left, sitting just below the red line. So the Tulsa Roughnecks know they need to win every match to stay in a playoff position. position. For T2, meanwhile, 7 points below the red line with 5 games to go. Not in a great spot, but their last 5 games are against the 5 teams directly above them in the table, so they can make up ground. They can move above the red line if they can win their final 5 matches that starts tonight against Tulsa Roughnecks FC. I spoke to T2 head coach Jay Vidovich before this match about his team's approach to this afternoon.
It's got another big match for us. It's a game that we need to get a result out of. So how we manage the game, how aware we are and concentrated and focused throughout the game. The start of the game is going to be very important for us. We have to manage the heat, so our quality of our possession is going to be very important, and hopefully we can have the same, goal to strike ratio that we had in the last match, where we're very efficient with going to goal.
And not just manage the heat, but the smoke as well. Unexpectedly, we all woke up in Portland on this Saturday morning to smoky haze coming from the wildfires in eastern Oregon. Here's the lineup for T2 tonight that Jay Vidovich is putting out. In goal, it will be Jake Gleason. The back line of Andy Toma starting on the left. Anthony Manning and Harrison Delbridge in the middle. Taylor Pay on the right. George Foshive's yellow card accumulation suspension was appealed by T2, and an appeal was successful, so he's playing tonight. One of his yellow cards was given incorrectly to George Foshive 2 weeks ago, so he's down to just 4 yellow cards and able to play tonight. He pairs with Nick Beasler in the defensive midfield. Gianderson starting in the attack on the left wing. Dairon Espria making his T2 debut on the right in the attack, and Blair Gavin will sit behind Carlton Belmar. For Tulsa Roughnecks FC, in goal, Jake Feener will start for the 11th straight match after being the backup for the first 15 matches this season. Stephen Miller at left back, Ryan Price, Mason Grimes in the middle, Irla Davarin returning from a 1-game suspension to start at right back. Lucas Cordero will start on the left in the midfield. Henry Maybo and Chad Bound in the middle, Brady Ballou on the right. It's a 4-4-2 for Roughnecks FC. Christian Mata up top along with Sammy Ochoa, a name that Timbers fans will recognize. He played 3 seasons with the Seattle Sounders, once against Portland Timbers in Major League Soccer play. Leads Tulsa Roughnecks FC with 8 goals this season. And we're underway from Merlo Field. Roughnecks FC, Portland Timbers 2 in a must-win match for both of these teams. Portland Timbers 2 in 8th place in the Western Conference. 5 games to go. They know that they need to take maximum points from here on out to keep their playoff hopes alive. Took care of business last week against Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2. A team that they're now tied in 8th with in the USL standings. Gianderson has started at left back the past few matches for T2. Can also play in the attack. We're seeing him there tonight. Here is Gianderson. Andy Toma gets around Ryan Price into the box. Toma trying to find Gavin, and it's sent clear by Henry. Good start, though, from T2. Now Tulsa will try to counter. Sammy Ochoa broken up. Foshive took it away. George Foshive playing today, despite picking up his 5th yellow card of the season last week. It was the 4th yellow card that was appealed by T2 2 weeks ago in their match against Oklahoma City Energy FC. If you watch that match, you remember Foshive was given a card late in the game, and it was a mistaken identity. The foul was committed by Taylor Pay, not George Foshive. So T2 appealed that yellow card, and the appeal was granted. Foshive now just 4 yellow cards on this season. He will be suspended a match the next yellow card he gets, but that doesn't come today. Here's Dairon Espria on his T2 debut. Came off the bench for the Timbers last night. Gianderson curls it into the box. Out of the reach of Espria, and Belmar out for a goal kick. Dairon Espria came in the 82nd minute last night for the Timbers. And their 2-2 draw with Houston at Providence Park. has played now 20 times in MLS. 1 goal, 1 assist for the first team. This is his first appearance with T2. Speedy, strong winger. Just 23 years old from Colombia. Signed in the offseason by the Timbers. Playing on loan tonight for T2. Here's Sammy Ochoa looping it into the box. Taylor Pay puts his header right to Lucas Cordero. It was taken care of by T2. A little shaky moments in the back by Portland Timbers too, but a foul called on Tulsa. Harrison Delbridge getting the start tonight at center back. Taylor Pay had been playing center back the past few matches, but moving on to the right, where he has played mostly in this organization. We've seen him play 3 times this season for the Timbers for the first team at right back. Can play both positions. Getting a start at right back tonight for T2. It's been all T2 possession-wise first 4 minutes of this match. Poshive, time in the midfield. Nick Beasler out wide to Esprilla. Gavin touched back to Esprilla. It was defended well by Tulsa, and Feener, the keeper, sends it clear. Gianderson double-teamed, dispossessed. Brady Ballou coming forward. Manning pokes it away. Delbridge controls for T2. Toma looking for Blair Gavin. A little bit too strong. Chad Bond, Ochoa lays it off for Christian Mata, the Tulsa native. 6 goals in just 12 matches this season, including 3 in 2 games last week. Has been a spark to this Roughnecks team, who have been in the best form in USL over the past couple of months. 6-1-3 in their last 10 matches, 3-0-2 unbeaten in their last 5 as the Roughnecks have risen up the Western Conference table. Gavin turns, tries to play Belmar into space. It's out for a Tulsa throw. Carlton Belmar, 11 goals in his rookie season. Was a second-round pick of the Timbers in the Super Draft. Did not sign with the first team, signed with T2. And right from the start has been a fan favorite here at Merlo Field. Scored the first 2 goals in T2 history. Has been their leading scorer all year. 5th in USL with 11 goals this season. George Foshive whistled for a foul in the midfield. Chad Bond over the ball. 8 assists this season. That's tied for 3rd in USL. Had 3 assists last week. Tulsa played 2 games in 3 days. Chipped to the back post. Defended well by Nick Beasler, who heads it clear. Ballou, Ochoa, Mata, flag stays down. And Mata puts his volley over the bar. First real half chance of the match for Tulsa. And that's the guy they want to have those opportunities, Christian Mata. Member of the USL Team of the Week. 3 goals last week, scored once against Louisville City and twice in a 5-1 win over Real Monarchs. As Tulsa played on Thursday and then on Saturday, 2 matches in 3 days. Got 4 points out of those. Against a Real Monarchs team that has struggled at the bottom of the table. They took care of business, winning 5-1. And a Louisville City team that's in second place in the East in very good form. They drew 2-2. Pressure from Carlton Belmar forces Fiener to send the ball into the stands. One of the characteristics of Belmar's game, constant pressure on the opposing back line and goalkeeper. Belmar probably wishes he did better there, chesting the ball down into touch. Belmar scored against Tulsa the first time these 2 teams played this season on May 30th. A 3-1 win for T2. The only match this season where Tulsa has scored first and lost. Every other time they've scored first, they've earned at least a point, except for on May 30th in Tulsa, when T2 came back from down 1-0 at halftime to win 3-1. Michael Nanchoff, a brace in that match, as Nanchoff was playing with T2 while returning from injury. No Nanchoff tonight for T2. Looking for Brady Ballou. Manning gets pulled away by Brady Ballou. And it's a clear foul on the Tulsa midfielder. Gianderson called for the foul. Winning strong to Ryan Price. Gianderson appearing for the 13th time now for T2. Has 1 goal and 2 assists here at the USL level. Has also played a few times for the Timbers in MLS play. 3 appearances for the first team. Beasler to the feet of Carlton Belmar, who is able to get around Mason Grimes. Belmar coming forward to the byline. Still Belmar, cuts it back to Gavin. His shot was blocked, and it'll be the first corner kick of the match. Good work from Carlton Belmar on that right side. He was able to pick out Gavin coming forward into the box. Gavin has 4 goals this season, playing in more of an attacking role than he's used to. Gianderson's corner is headed off the bar. Boshive's follow-up is blocked. Strong header from Anthony Manning, and it came back off the post. 11th minute. T2 so close to an opener. Foul called. Gianderson down, a Tulsa player down as well, and a yellow card shown to Andy Toma in the 12th minute.
No point. There's no point. Fucking smart, Toma.
Here's another look. That was Manning putting it off the post. The 6'4" center back scored a goal with his head against Newcastle United in T2's friendly in July. Fantastic night, a 4-3 win for T2. Really quite a showing from the side in against a Premier League team that was in their preseason, but that was a fun night at Providence Park. Manning yet to score in USL play, making his 11th start. Fiener takes this restart, sends it to midfield. Falls to Ballou on the right side. It's off Toma. It'll be a throw for Tulsa. The yellow card for Andy Toma, his 6th this season. Mata trying to turn. Manning poked it away. That's out for a deep throw-in in the corner here at Merlot Field. Henry back to Miller. Cross into the box. Delbridge gets it clear. Poor attempt to clear by Beasler. Finally, T2 is able to handle it and send it away. Follow at USL on Twitter to become a league insider. Join club conversations and have a chance at exclusive giveaways. Jake Gleason was on the bench last night for the Timbers in their 2-2 draw against Houston, making his 19th start for T2 tonight. A 1.67 goals against average in USL play for Gleason. Toma has Janderson in the box. Instead, plays back to George Foshive. All the way back to Delbridge as Tulsa drops 9 behind the ball. Foshive comes forward, has been a goal-scoring threat in the attack for T2. 4 goals in 7 matches at the USL level. Gavin, big switch, picks out Taylor Pay. Defended by Lucas Cordero. And that's off Pay, says the assistant referee. It'll be a goal kick for Tulsa. Looked like the correct call. Jake Feener, the keeper for Tulsa. A 1.3 goals against average since becoming the starter now 11 matches ago. This is his 11th straight start. He was the backup for the first 15 matches of the season. Knows the Northwest, played his college ball at Seattle University. 5 players on this Tulsa team with connections to the Northwest, including Brady Ballou, another Seattle guy. And Toma went to the University of Washington. Up in Seattle, those guys presumably know each other. Going to college in the same town. Seattle U will be playing here at Merlot tonight. 7 o'clock start against University of Portland. Exhibition match as those two teams get ready to start their college season. This Merlot Field is, of course, the home venue for the University of Portland soccer teams. A lot of soccer history on this pitch. Casey Keller, Steve Chirundolo, Connor Casey. Many others played here for the men's side, and on the women's side, Christine Sinclair, Megan Rapinoe. 2 national championships won under the legendary Clive Charles. A beautiful pitch, beautiful place to play soccer. Has been a wonderful home venue for T2 in their inaugural USL season. Delbridge draws the foul in the midfield. Lucas Brooks, the official, telling the players to settle down a bit. Here's Asprilla. Hasn't seen much of the ball in the first 18 minutes or so. Early on had a couple runs forward, but the past 15 minutes hasn't seen much. Player who has shown such a dangerous ability to come forward at the MLS level. You'd expect that to be magnified here in USL. Foshive tries to find Asprilla, who settles on the touchline. Asprilla cuts in, leaves for Belmar. Tries to go back to Asprilla, was defended well by Erla Davarin. That's a poor clearance by Jake Feener. Belmar was looking for Asprilla, was taken out. As Asprilla was trying to come back to an onside position. Foul didn't need to happen. The ball was going to go out for a throw for Tulsa. But Davarin takes down Carlton Belmar, and now a dangerous set piece opportunity for T2 on the corner kick. Minutes ago, in the 11th minute, Anthony Manning put it off the bar. The service from Gianderson. Gianderson over the ball now, as is Blair Gavin. Left-footed and a right-footed option. It will be Gianderson. Asprilla bicycle kicked attempt. And he couldn't get to it. Well, that would have been sensational from Dairon Asprilla. Don't know how close he was to making contact. But it sure looked good from Dairon Asprilla. Gleason sends that clearance into touch, right back to Tulsa at midfield. Foshive, beautiful control in the midfield to juggle over Chad Bond. Toma, Gianderson, a lot of pressure from Tulsa, and they take it away. Beasler won it back for T2. And Foshive lost it into touch. Miller trying to find Ochoa. Delbridge steps up, gets it clear. Davarin dispossessed by Asprilla. Into Gavin. Turns. Now Foshive. Beasler gets taken down. Nice hesitation by Nick Beasler to draw that foul from Lucas Cordero. Another chance to get the big defenders into the box for a set piece. T2 has some size with Anthony Manning at 6'4", Harrison Delbridge at 6'4", and Taylor Pay at 6'2". All on the back line. They've caused problems at times on set pieces. They decide not to send it into the box. Instead, play short to Foshive. Outside of the right boot cross is deflected out for a T2 corner kick, second of the match. Gavin takes it short to Gianderson. Back to Gavin. He has a lot of space. He lines up a shot that he didn't get a lot of, and it's controlled easily by Sammy Ochoa. Ochoa just sends the ball into the stands, into the Timbers Army on the far side here at Merlo Field. Timbers fans will enjoy that from the former Sounder. Foshive out wide to Pay. Cuts inside. Back to Foshive. Again, outside of the right foot, picks out Asprilla to the back post. The flag is up. Belmar puts it in, but Asprilla was offside. No goal, but some beautiful work from T2. They're getting closer to finding the opener. Just a fantastic ball from George Foshive outside of the right foot to pick out the head of Dairon Asprilla on the back post. Goal doesn't count, but if you're a Timbers fan, certainly have to love that ball from George Foshive. It's off Gianderson, throw for Tulsa.
Left, right, be away, left.
Cool.
Coming back. Watch the shift. Watch the lane run. Lane runs. Yeah, Harry.
Semi Ochoa takes out Nick Beasler. Here's another look at that last chance. Goal disallowed for offside. Carlton Belmar thought he had his 12th of the season, but Asprilla was offside. Tulsa coming forward, Cordero. Ochoa lets it run on Baloo. As Mata on the right plays it to him, Foshive wins it for T2. Gavin tries to pick out Belmar. Keeps it in play. Touches it past Daverin to the byline. Carlton Belmar tried to find Gavin making a run centrally, and it was defended well by Ryan Price. Again, out wide to Belmar, who has been a handful for the Tulsa back line today. Pay into the box, headed clear by Price. Throw coming for T2. Pace switches to Andy Toma.
Go right.
Still Toma. Out wide is Gianderson. Service into the box. Headed clear by Tulsa. And then sent towards midfield. Manning battling with the big Sammy Ochoa. Wins that physical battle. Delbridge gives it away, sends it into touch. He was trying to find Toma. Bad giveaway by T2. Tulsa trying to take advantage. Gianderson comes back, takes it away from Baloo. No whistle. Belmar controls. Back to Toma. '28th minute, T2 has had the ball for the majority of this match. Came close to scoring in the 11th minute when Anthony Manning put a corner kick off the bar with his head. Carlton Belmar had a goal disallowed for offside. T2 still searching for the opener. Beasler trying to find Asprilla behind the back line. Feener's off his line quickly for Tulsa. Jake Feener's allowed 13 goals in 10 matches. 4 of those are PKs, so just 9 goals in 10 games in the run of play. Despite facing a lot of shots, is not on the list for saves per game because he hasn't played in enough games, but if he was, he'd be close to the top. Gianderson, low on the ground. Asprilla settles, shoots, just wide. And that took a deflection. It did not take a deflection, but a yellow card is shown to Ryan Price. Price shown a yellow for taking out Carlton Belmar. You saw there a delayed yellow card from Lucas Brooks. Credit him for letting the play go on as Asprilla sends his shot wide. First yellow of the match for a Tulsa player. Second yellow card of the season for Ryan Price in his 24th appearance. Gianderson. Toma. Touchdown for Belmar, who wasn't making the run. Back to Feener. Sends it forward. Manning settles for T2. The center back comes forward, goes down, and a late whistle from Lucas Brooks, the referee. Manning will stay up and move into the box along with Delbridge and Pay. Gavin plays short. Gianderson lays it off for Foshive. Back to Toma. Right-footed cross from the left-footed Andy Toma is headed away easily by Tulsa. Center back stay forward. Pay lofts it into the box. Tulsa wins the header. Second one is outside of the area. Foshive tries to settle. Gavin. Wide to Asprilla. To the back post. Gianderson will let it run out for a throw. And Anthony Manning, center back, will trot back to his defensive position.
Don't let him post up on you. Ready?
Gianderson, Gavin, settles. Taken away by Tulsa, sent forward. Ballou, as Tulsa tries to take advantage of a counterattack. One of their rare moves forward, again broken up by T2. But it's out into touch. It's a Tulsa throw. Nifty touch from Asprilla. Gets around Erla Daverin. A lot of room for Asprilla to come forward on the right side. Still Dairon Asprilla. Early cross is just over the head of Carlton Belmar. A little too much on that ball for Belmar, who, despite being 5'11", has certainly shown an ability to finish in the air. $11 goals this season for Carlton Belmar. Again, T2 wins it in the midfield. Toma forward. Belmar's running after it. Daverin back to the keeper, Feener. Takes a touch, plays wide to Price. Look at Carlton Belmar go. Tulsa was able to deal with it. And here comes Sammy Ochoa as Mata and Ballou plays Christian Mata. Back to Ochoa. Henry, left side, Lucas Cordero. Back to Henry, gets around Beasler. Delbridge defends well. And now here comes Gianderson.
Watch the big one. Stay back.
Espria. Taylor Pay. Big switch. Picks out the feet of Gianderson. Gavin. Gianderson. Toma overlaps. And his cross will go out for the third corner of the match for T2. Blair Gavin will take this corner. Curls it into the area. Feener, big off his line. Catches on top of his 6-yard box. Espria into some space for Belmar. Grimes played that out for a T2 throw. Gavin turns and finds some space. Espria. Gavin. Still Espria. To the back post. Gianderson can settle. Tried to play it back in early. Toma comes forward. Gianderson. Flick down the line for Nick Beasley. Foshive. Back to Delbridge. T2 continues its dominance in possession. Hasn't led to a goal yet. Toma. Gianderson serves it into the box. Espria rises at the back post. Couldn't get his head to it. Sent forward by Tulsa, but again, controlled by T2. Toma. Wide to Gianderson. Driven ball into the area. Headed clear by Tulsa. Again, controlled by T2. Gavin. Belmar trying to turn. Got his cross away, but controlled easily by Tulsa. And the Roughnecks like to counter. Possibly had a chance to here. Slowed down a little bit. Cordero. Now Henry. The right back Miller making a run down the right side. They finally get it to him. Henry. Cordero has some space. Chipped into the box towards Ochoa. Sent clear by Manning. Foul called on T2, and now Tulsa will have their really first dangerous set piece opportunity of the day. It'll come in the 38th minute. push the center backs forward. Everybody back to defend for T2. Shad Bond drives it to the back post over everybody. Wasted opportunity for Tulsa. Goal kick for T2. Have you visited the new USLsoccer.com? Get the latest news and live stats. And check out the new social media hub. Brady Ballou. Manning steps in, knocks it out for a Tulsa throw. Mata trying to turn Manning. Got a shot off, sent that over the bar. It's a smoky Saturday afternoon in Portland. Sometimes have to deal with that this time of year in this part of the country. There have been big wildfires in eastern Oregon and in eastern Washington as well, southern eastern Washington, southeast Washington. Overnight, the wind switched from blowing from the east to the west, and that brought the smoke from the wildfires here into the Portland area. We hadn't experienced this kind of smoke yet this summer. Certainly it wasn't like this last night for the Timbers match at Providence Park. A little bit of a different condition for the guys to play in today here at Merlot. Toma comes forward. Still Toma. Tried to get it over to Gianderson. Miller broke it up. Stephen Miller, the right back for Tulsa, gets up a little gingerly, limping a little bit. T2 still has it. Pay looking for Belmar. Laid it off to Gavin, who gets a touch past Grimes. To the byline, it's Blair Gavin. Slows it down, plays it back to Espria. Still Espria. And that is off of Dairon Espria. Maybe it came off of Gavin. It's a throw for Tulsa. Gianderson. Beasler. Espria poked away by Tulsa. Espria gets it back. That's off of Daverin. Throw coming for T2. Pay to the top of the box. Headed clear by Tulsa. Beasler sends it back in. Price sends it back away. Tulsa's defended well despite an onslaught of pressure from T2. The game has been played pretty much entirely in the T2's attacking half. Here's a chance now for Tulsa to come forward. Ochoa, Pay trying to get back. It's still Sammy Ochoa. To the byline goes Ochoa. Pay slides, knocks it out for a corner kick. Tulsa's first of the match. Tulsa brings Bond and Daverin over for this corner. You'll see an interesting setup for the corner kick for Tulsa. They like to do this, have one player set the ball down and the other one immediately take the corner kick. A little bit of a different rhythm than teams are used to defending when the corner kick taker places the ball on the turf, takes a few steps back, raises his arm, lowers it, everyone makes a run. It's a little quicker that way from Tulsa. Also, they give the threat of a short corner when they do that, which brings the defender out of the box. Was not effective there. It was pretty easy in the end for Jake Gleason. Gavin touch into space for Belmar. Belmar into the box looking for Espria. He heads it over the bar. Fiener had no chance, and Espria's header just missed. If you have watched Espria much in MLS play, he's played now 20 times. You know he has a leaping ability. He can get up, and he did so there, rising above Stephen Miller. Couldn't quite keep it down. G. Anderson, big switch towards Espria. Miller was able to win it. Final minute of the 45. Still scoreless. T2 has come closest on 3 occasions. Once off the bar, 1 goal disallowed for offside. And then moments ago, Espria heading the ball over the bar. But they've been unable to find the opener. Past 2 matches here at home at Merlo Field, T2 scored just before halftime, the final minute of the first half. Come forward. Maybe one last time in the first half now.
Come on, Brady. Hey, Miller, one behind you, 28.
Espria. Toma out wide to the byline. Sends it towards the back post. Nobody's there. Davarin plays it forward to Cordero. 1 minute of stoppage time shown. We're into that first minute of stoppage time. Tulsa trying to steal one just before the half. Ballou settles it well, shoots. Gleason, strong hands, makes the save. It's a good effort from Brady Ballou. Taking a touch with the head, putting it right into his path. Struck the ball well. Gleason did very well, not just to make the save, but to hold on to it. Espria cuts inside. Belmar. Foshive. G. Anderson back to Foshive. Defended well once again by Tulsa. And that's it. 45 minutes up here at Merlo Field. Neither team could find a goal. Coming up at halftime, we'll take you on the road with the Timbers to Hood River for the Rose City road trip. Also, some information that women's soccer fans in this city need to know about. At halftime, Portland Timbers 2-0, Tulsa Roughnecks 0.
It's not far now.
Looks kind of closed.
Make summer fun with a Mini Cooper Countryman for $199 a month and $44.80 due at signing at Mini of Portland.
Miles with numbers. Rapino shoots it, and it's in!
Up to Evans. Tee it up. Shot on target. What a goal!
Looking to cross. Let's go. It's off the pass. Right at the keeper. And then Christian puts it away.
very, very happy.
To him, barbecue is an art, which is great. But we're hungry now. Papa Murphy's Barbecue Pizzas. Choose barbecue chicken, pork sausage, or Angus steak with barbecue sauce on a crispy thin crust. $11 for a large. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Not far now.
Dad, where is this park?
Looks kind of closed.
Make summer fun with a Mini Cooper Countryman for $199 a month and $44.80 due at signing at Mini of Portland.
Welcome back to Merlo Field at halftime. Portland Timbers 2 and the Tulsa Roughnecks level at 0 apiece. The T2 controlled the first half, certainly was the more threatening of the side, but were unable to find a goal. Well, last week, the Portland Timbers went on the road. The Portland Thorns as well, as members of all three teams, Portland Timbers, T2, and the Portland Thorns, went to Hood River for the day on the Rose City road trip. The attendees included T2 goalkeeper Jake Gleason, who's kept a clean sheet through 45 minutes today. Here's a look.
We just loaded up the bus. We're ready to go to Hood River for our Rose City road trip.
I'm Samantha Yarrick for Timbers.com here in Hood River for the Rose City road trip presented by Providence Health and Services. We've got a packed day filled with a visit to a local hospital, community gardening with the Sprouts program, a free youth soccer clinic. We have a ton to do. We're at our first stop, so let's get going.
How you feeling? Yeah? How much ice cream have you eaten? Make sure when you go, you ask for a big, big punnet of it, all right? As much as you can carry. Jake. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How's it going?
We just got off at our second stop, Y East Middle School, where we're going to participate with the Sprouts program and do some community gardening. Alvis is good at this. There are a lot of farms around here. Whoa!
Right now, we're just painting this door to go on the shed in the garden, and it's looking pretty good. The design's amazing, so you can't really go wrong. So far, we visited the hospital and got to meet a lot of amazing people and sort of brighten a few days, it's always so rewarding and so lovely to go out and meet people like that.
Are you having fun today, Diego?
Yeah, and for me, that moment is very special because I like to paint and draw, and it's very nice.
Hey, try to straighten those out a little bit. Do you want to stop judging? All right.
What are you guys doing here, though?
I think we're making a wall for this plant bed over here. That's what I've been told. I'm like the worker. I just run. Yeah, I just do what I'm told. I'm not a thinker, just a worker. So to come out to a town like this, Hood River, it's beautiful out here, and do this with these guys has been great, and good cause and a good time. So I'm happy to be out here.
How did you get involved and partner up with them for this Rose City road trip?
Well, part of Providence's work with the Portland Timbers and Providence Park is connecting to our communities and working together to bring the efforts of the Timbers out into our communities, and that's part of what Providence is doing in creating healthier communities together and getting out using sports as a way to be out into the communities.
To Westside Elementary School, where the players are hosting a free youth soccer clinic. There are over 100 kids here. Needless to say, they're ready to go.
Well, it's really incredible because there are a lot of Timbers fans here in Hood River. In fact, you go out, you see people in Timbers gear everywhere. So to have them come here, it's really incredible for our community, you know, especially having quite a few of them. To have this presence here is really great, and our community is so appreciative, and people have been telling me we're so excited for them to come.
Players had a good time. It was good to have T2 here, good to have the Thorns here. I think it shows that we have a very diverse organization, and it was a great time. I think we were very successful.
It was a great day in Hood River. It was a decent first half despite no goals here at Merlot Field. T2 with the better of the chances. We'll have first half highlights coming up, but after the break, some news that women's soccer fans here in Portland should know about. At halftime, T2 0, Tulsa 0.
If you be my star, I'll be your sky. You can hide underneath me and come out at night. When I turn jet black and you show off your light, I live to let you shine. I live to let you
You have no idea how your health rolls out in waves of good. Providence.
Papa Murphy's $5 faves are hot because you bake all those fresh pizza ingredients in your own oven. And you can taste the difference. When it cools a little, of course. Papa Murphy's $5 faves. Fresh, home-baked ingredients that defy a $5 pizza. Fill your table with an almost too hot from your oven Papa Murphy's faves for just $5 every day. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
It's not far now.
Dad, where is this park?
Looks kind of closed.
Make summer fun with a Mini Cooper Countryman for $199 a month and $44.80 due at signing at Mini of Portland.
Giving back to the community is very important to our family.
Help the Portland community and buy your 50/50 raffle tickets at every Timbers and Thorns home game. As a current board member of AC Portland, I know they're making a difference in the community through sports and education. 50% of the jackpot benefits Active Children Portland and the Stand Together Fields for All program. To participate, look for the 50/50 signs at home games and visit timbers.com/5050 for more information.
At halftime, Portland Timbers 2 and Tulsa Roughnecks FC are scoreless at Merlot Field on this Saturday afternoon. In Portland, just 2 home games left for T2 after today, but one more game has been added to the Portland soccer schedule this fall. The NWSL Championship game. Providence Park has been named the host for the 2015 NWSL Championship game. It will be played on Thursday, October 1st at 6:30 at Providence Park. No matter who's playing in it, could certainly be the Portland Thorns, could be 2 other NWSL teams, but it will be at Providence Park regardless. Tickets go on sale on Friday. You can get them at thornsfc.com starting then. Should be a great event in the city that certainly has the best support for professional women's soccer in the country, maybe even the world. The Thorns' final regular season match at home next week has already been sold out. It'll be the second sellout at Providence Park for the Portland Thorns this season. A remarkable fan base for the Thorns as they push to get into the NWSL playoffs with just a few matches to go. When we come back, first half highlights, second half kick. T2 and Tulsa tied at 0.
Not far now.
Dad, where is this park?
Looks kind of closed.
Make summer fun with a Mini Cooper Countryman for $199 a month and $44.80 due at signing at Mini of Portland.
Pilots with numbers. Rapino shoots it, and it's in!
Up to Evans. Tee it up. Shot on target. What a goal!
Horn looking to cross. Let's go. Inside. It's clear. Right at the keeper. And then Christian puts it away.
You have fun, you will win, and you'll make me very, very happy.
To him, barbecue is an art, which is great. But we're hungry now. Papa Murphy's Barbecue Pizzas. Choose barbecue chicken, pork sausage, or Angus steak with barbecue sauce on a crispy thin crust. $11 for a large. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
First half highlights, no goals, but plenty of chances. In the 11th minute, Anthony Manning off the corner kick slams the header off the post. Certainly the closest either team came to getting a goal in this first half. In the 24th minute, T2 put one in. They thought they had taken the lead, but Dairon Asprilla was whistled for being offside. Carlton Belmar eventually put it into the back of the net, but Asprilla offside. The goal did not count. Then in the 44th minute, Asprilla had a chance of his own as Belmar chipped it into the box, and his header went just over the bar, trying to pick out the far post. Jake Feener certainly caught flat-footed. Would have had no chance if Asprilla could have kept it down. But it's scoreless at halftime as neither team was able to find a goal. Here are the first half stats. It was a half controlled by T2, though they were unable to put a shot on goal. The only shot on goal in that half came late as Brady Ballou put a shot at Jake Gleason, and he made the save. 6-3 in shots, though, in favor of Portland. It was 3-1 in corners and 7-4 Tulsa with more fouls than T2. Another look as we get close to the second half kick at the USL Western Conference standings and why it's so important. Tulsa trying to stay above the red line. T2 trying to get there with just 5 matches left to play. Teams ready for the second half. Both teams knowing they need a win today. Can't afford to drop points. Tulsa, despite being above the red line, has just 3 matches left, including today. Fewer opportunities to get points than the other teams that they're battling for the final playoff spots. Czech Republic with 3 games in hand, T2 with 2 games in hand. OC Blues with some games in hand as well. So Tulsa knows they need to win. For T2, 7 points away from the red line. They need to win every match they play. And they're playing the 5 teams directly above them in the standings in their final 5 matches. So the opportunity will be there. It won't be easy, but they have to feel at least a little bit in control if they can get some wins to finish this season to make the playoffs. Taylor Pay, the right back, coming forward, loses it. No team made a change. Neither team made a change at halftime. Tulsa only has 4 players on the bench, and they don't have a backup goalkeeper here in Portland today. Thin side. T2 with a full 7 on the bench, including some guys that we're normally seeing starting. Fatau, Santiago Biglieri has started last week. Brent Richards had 2 assists last week. He's on the bench, available to come in. Tim Payne, Seth Kasipli, and Michael Seaton, who scored on his debut a couple weeks ago, missed last week's match away with the Jamaican under-23 team, on the bench today. We certainly expect to see him at some point this afternoon. Nick Beasley. Tulsa drops 8 behind the ball. Pay down the line for Belmar, who is offside. Delbridge called for the foul, tussling with Sammy Ochoa. Possibly a chance for Tulsa. Shot right at Jake Gleason. Cordero did well to turn, but it didn't trouble Gleason. Here comes T2. Right back at the Roughnecks. Gianderson to Gavin. Out wide to Espria. Kept it in play. Espria. Foshive from distance sends it over the bar. Tulsa has one of the better road records in USL. 5-3-4 away from Oklahoma. Away from home, I should say. Of course, they played a couple matches in Oklahoma on the road against Oklahoma City Energy. One of just 4 teams in the league above 500 on the road.
Big.
Espria, Gavin, back to Espria. Good combination in the midfield. It was rather Beasler who played it back to Espria. Now it's Belmar cutting inside, trying to find Gianderson, and it was disrupted by Tulsa. Maybe a little too unselfish from the striker Carlton Belmar, T2's leading scorer. His left foot certainly not his favorite foot. Much better with his right. It would have been tough. Again, Belmar, heavy touch. He's able to get it back to Nick Beasley. Into the feet of Belmar, touch wide to Espria. Back to Belmar, just behind Espria, couldn't quite combine. Again, T2 controls. Gavin back to Foshive. Now Pay. Cuts inside, they let him come forward. Finds Gianderson, edge of the 18. Gavin coming into the box. Gianderson, a beautiful elastico. Still Gianderson, back to Gavin. He brings that flair. There's no doubt about it. Toma into the box, headed clear by Tulsa. Espria trying to turn. That went off the hand of a Tulsa player. No call. Here come the Roughnecks. T2 wins it, and here's Espria. He has some room. They have numbers in the box. Espria low on the ground. The opener for T2. 5th 50 minutes into the match. T2 gets its goal, the 12th of the season for Carlton Belmar. 1-0. You felt that coming throughout the entire first half. Tulsa had been very good, very organized defensively. But T2 was finally able to catch them a little bit up the field. And they took advantage. Dairon Asprilla on his T2 debut, providing the service.
T2 goal scored in the 51st minute.
And again, Carlton Belmar, as he has done all season, takes his chances. His 12th goal of the season. Leading scorer in USL among rookies. And now moves, at least for now, all alone into 4th place. I should say moves into a tie for 4th place with Luke Vercoloni of Colorado Springs. 12 goals on the season. Belmar likes playing here at Merlot Field. His 8th goal at home this season. All have come at Merlot. T2 has played 1 game at Providence Park. This season they'll play another on September 12th against Sac Republic. Oh, great control from Asprilla. It was finally taken away by Tulsa, and then Asprilla goes slamming into Lucas Cordero. He's called for the foul. Tulsa now down a goal. I think a little bit more of the possession than we saw earlier in the match. But now T2 maybe can break. Tulsa does well to stop Gavin from coming forward. Foshive turns. Sends wide to Taylor Pegg. Asprilla, you see the first 2 subs waiting near the 4th official. Kyrian Kidd for Tulsa and Fatau for T2. G. Anderson. Toma. Gavin. Now Asprilla. Foshive into the feet of Belmar. It's a great touch from Belmar, just a little too heavy. Fiener came off his line, spilled it, but then got back on it. Initially, when Belmar took that touch, I think everyone thought, oh, it'll be easy for Fiener, but if anyone has the speed to make up for it, it's Belmar. And that looked clean. He got a toe to it and avoided a lot of contact with Fiener. G. Anderson looking over the top for Asprilla. Fiener, 18 yards off his line, goes up and gets it. Mata turning into the box to Ballou. Back to Miller. Ochoa settles, lays off. Henry put it wide. A little more urgency from Tulsa, as you'd expect, now down a goal. Here will come the first substitution in the match. For Tulsa, it will be Kyrian Kidd coming on and Brady Ballou coming off. Kidd making his 22nd appearance this season, his 18th as a sub, has 4 goals for Tulsa this season. 22-year-old from Nigeria. Went to high school, college here in the States. Played last year for a team in Armenia. One year at El Camino College, a junior college in 2013, scored 19 goals in 19 games and then went pro. And a substitution for T2 in the 57th minute. Fatau will come on, and Gianderson gets a nice hand as he comes off after 57 minutes of work. Fatau, normally a starter for T2, making his 20th appearance. He started 17 matches this season. Aspria's inclusion in the squad today meant Fatau would start on the bench. And now he comes in for Gianderson. Aspria remains on the pitch after playing 8 minutes last night for the Timbers. Has been dangerous tonight, provided the assist on Belmar's goal. Here's Fatau, just into the match, his first time on the ball. Laid it off towards Toma, but it's played away by Tulsa. Foshive pressured by 3, now 4 Roughnecks players, and gets away from it. Now Fatau running at the back line. Still Fatau to the feet of Belmar. Tried to play back to Fatau. It was broken up by Tulsa and then given away by the Roughnecks. Aspria. Foshive. Aspria into Belmar, tried to touch it over Grimes. It's defended well by the Roughnecks center back. Kidd just into the match, missed touch, and it's off of Kidd, throw in for T2. Foshive slides in, gets to it before Ochoa. Beasley, left side for Fatau, brings it down. Back to Beasler. Foshive. Belmar. Cross is blocked and then came back off Belmar, and it's out for a Tulsa goal kick. Tulsa has brought in Kidd up top next to, or just playing off of Sammy Ochoa. Christian Mata has moved to the right wing. And Taylor Pay called for the foul. Tulsa goes quickly. Cordero. Davarin forward. Foshive broke it up. Henry slides it wide. Mata brings it down in the box, drives it right at Gleason. Sure hands once again makes the save. Quickly distributes out to Fatau. Fatau is brought down by Henry, who doesn't like the call, but is whistled for a foul. Fatau. Run at Stephen Miller. Tries to get around Henry with the step over. Henry took it away. Cordero wants Kyrian Kidd to go forward. Now plays it right side to the overlapping Stephen Miller. Mata takes a touch, came off Toma, and settled by Beasley. Now Gavin into some space, right side for Belmar, brings it down. A lot of room for Gavin. Belmar picks him out. Touch to Espria. Price got there first. T2 just not quite clicking, as that was a chance with a lot of room coming forward. Espria towards Foshive, wasn't making the run. And now Tulsa can come forward. Irla Davarin to Carrion Kid, broken up by Pay. Foshive back to Pay. Fatal. Blair Gavin. Toma overlapping. Fatal, not afraid to shoot from distance, drives this one over the bar. Fatal leads the team in shots, is among the league leaders. Never shy about pulling the trigger when he has some space. Decent effort, but he put it over. 5 goals this season in USL play for Fatal. Also scored in the Open Cup against the Michigan Bucks. Christian Mata down the line for Carrion Kid. It comes off of Kid, and it'll be a goal kick for T2. Become a fan of the USL on Facebook for exclusive league news and interactive content. And all USL regular season and playoff games are available live, free, and in HD on YouTube. Connect with the USL YouTube channel today. Gleason. Belmar got a shove in the back from Ryan Price.
Got two. Price help. Up. Watch your left face. Coming back left.
Gleason drives it forward. Fatal. Gavin controls for T2. And the flag was up. Fatal was offside. Late whistle from the referee, Lucas Brooks.
Keep going, Sammy.
Ochoa on the left wing. Back to Lucas Cordero. Davarin tries to turn. Foshive broke it up. Pay got it clear.
Widen out.
Davarin. Now Henry. Toma gets taken out by Stephen Miller. Toma won the header. Foul called. Nothing more. We get another look. 66th minute, T2 with a 1-0 lead. Carlton Belmar's 12th of the year. The only goal so far came in the 51st minute from Dairon Espria. T2 has had the majority of the possession today. But only one goal, maybe another in the works. Fatal coming into the box for Espria. Couldn't control it. Still in the 18. Finally sent clear by Tulsa. Cordero back heel into space. Davrin runs it down, gets around Nick Beasley. Looking for Mata. Delbridge steps up, wins it easily. And into the stance here at Merlot for a Tulsa throw.
Turn. Run, Luca.
Cordero looking for Ochoa. Pace lines, but it goes to Kidd. He tries to curl it to the back post. And that's a goal kick for T2. Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. Lucas Cordero has Davrin overlapping. Cordero plays inside to Kidd. Manning poked it away. Ochoa to the back post looking for Mata over the head of Christian Mata. And it's another goal kick for T2. A little more pressure though from Tulsa as we head into the final third of this match. 22 minutes and stoppage time left. Tulsa sat back until conceding in the 51st minute. Content to put 8-9 behind the ball. They've looked a little more dangerous now, pushing for a goal. Ochoa, layoff. Mata onto his right foot, shoots just wide. Gleason went down. Didn't get to it. And Mata puts it just wide. Another look from Christian Mata, the Tulsa native. Went to high school in Tulsa, played 2 seasons at the University of Tulsa. 24 goals and 13 assists in those 2 seasons, 2012, 2013. Signed in the middle of this season, in late June. And his signing has coincided with Tulsa's fantastic run of form the past 2 months. Tulsa 6-1-3 in their last 10 matches, going back to June 27th. 3-0-2 their last 5. We get the switch we were expecting in the 70th minute. Carlton Belmar, the goal scorer, comes off to a very nice hand here at Merlot Field. And Michael Seaton comes on. For Michael Seaton, his second appearance for T2 was acquired via a trade from DC United on August 7th by the Timbers. We'll talk a little bit more about Seaton in a moment, but here's Kidd coming into the box. Ochoa, a great chance, and it's right at Gleason. Best chance of the match for Tulsa off the left foot of Sammy Ochoa in the 71st. 8 goals this season, the team's leading goal scorer. Will want that chance back, no doubt about it. Gavin Foshive wins it into midfield, then gave it away. Espria comes up to win it for T2. Oh, Espria, look at the footwork. Fantastic from the Colombian. Out wide to Fatah. Running at Miller. Still Fatah to the byline. Cuts it back. Espria on his right foot. Now to his left. Still Espria. Lays off to Beasler. Wide to Fatau. Into the box. Gavin let it go. And here comes Tulsa.
Beat him with pace.
Kidd running at Pay. Pay gets his foot in, knocks it out for a corner kick. Second of the match for Tulsa. Game opening up late in the second half as Tulsa pushes for an equalizer. Here we'll see this style of corner kick taking from Tulsa where they have Daverin and Bond both in the corner. Daverin holding on to the ball. Lucas Brooks is going to talk to Sammy Ochoa and Anthony Manning first. Daverin holding on to the ball in his hands, puts it on the ground, and Bond immediately takes. Daverin places, Bond sends to the near post. Seaton a defensive header, but it's still in the 18, and Beasler finally just sends it to safety. Ochoa turns past Manning. Cross was blocked by Manning, who recovered and got his foot in there. T2 facing some sustained pressure for the first time in this match. Foshive did very well to get that to Michael Seat. And now here comes Foshive leading the break for T2. Fatau out wide to Espria. Numbers here possibly for T2 if they can get going quickly. They were unable to. Tulsa recovered. And now the Roughnecks come forward. Henry. Kidd. Delbridge came forward to win it for T2. Tolma. Gap. Fatau. Foshive. Beasler. Gap. Fatau. Tulsa drops 8 behind the ball. Fatau to the feet of Seaton. Back to Fatau. Over to Foshive. Wide to Toma. Patient build-up from T2. And they earn a corner kick. Manning, Delbridge, and Pay coming forward on this corner as T2 looks for a second in the 75th minute. Gavin to the back post. Feener punches it clear. Had to do it with Delbridge lurking. And a giveaway from Mason Grimes. T2 takes the throw. Fatau. Espria to Fatau. Again, patience from T2. Up a goal, searching for a second. Gavin down the line for Foshive. Gavin to the byline. Cross was blocked. And here come the Roughnecks. Ochoa battling with Manning. Ochoa won it, trying to turn, sends it down the line. Delbridge with plenty of cushion. Plays back to Jake Gleason, who sends the ball forward. Manning far up the field. Got his head to it. Cordero now for Tulsa. Ochoa, top of the 18. Leaves for Cordero. Henry. Cordero. Daverin on the left side. Early cross. Had it clear by Pay, but knocked right down into the box. Not clear yet for T2. And Beasler touches for Shive, who gets it to midfield. Oh, it's a giveaway from Grimes. Here's Fatau, keeper off the line. Tries to chip him, and that goes harmlessly to Jake Feener. I don't know if that was an attempt to square the ball to Seaton or if it was an attempt to chip Jake Feener. Maybe Fatau was caught in between. But what looked promising after the mistake from Mason Grimes turned out to be harmless. Look at Taylor Pay, the right back, picking his way through the midfield. Fouled by Mason Grimes, and the yellow card will be shown to the center back. In the 77th minute, second yellow card to a Tulsa player, second yellow card of the season for Mason Grimes. This is Mason Grimes' final appearance of the season for Tulsa. As Lucas Cordero comes out of the match, Adam Black comes in. Grimes will be joining the Guam national team for World Cup qualifying after this match and will miss the final 2 regular season games for Tulsa because of that. Could come back, of course, if Tulsa makes the playoffs to appear in the postseason for the Roughnecks. Substitution for Tulsa, again, Adam Black in, Lucas Cordero off. Black making his 23rd appearance of the season. Gavin over the ball. Delbridge and Pay forward, but Manning stays back. Delbridge into the box. Aspria, clear header, sent it wide. Now he wants that one back. Aspria has provided the assist on T2's only goal of the match. Positive debut for T2. Beasler into space. Seaton just a step offside. Tulsa's back line did well to catch Seaton off. Tulsa preparing its 3rd sub, and it will happen now as Mason Grimes comes out of the match and Ben Brewster comes on. Don't see a center back substitution very often. We get one today from Tulsa's head coach David Irving. Harmlessly to Gleason. Ben Brewster, a D3 player, went to Bowdoin College in Maine. Was a 2013 All-American. Led Seacoast United, a PDL team in New Hampshire, to the Northeast Division Championship. So Brewster sends that clear. And signed with Tulsa before this season. Not many D3 players, of course, in the professional ranks. And Brewster is one of them. Foshive has been a monster of a ball winner all night. Gets it again for T2. Fatau. A little too much for Aspria from Fatau. And here comes Tulsa. Direct from Tulsa. Looking for Mata. Oh, what a beautiful touch. It's Black, rather, and Gleason off his line quickly to smother that chance. Adam Black brought that ball down in stride. A fantastic touch from Black. Just too much, though, as Gleason, no hesitation, comes off his line to smother. Black has 3 goals this season for Tulsa. Now Fatau. This is a 5-on-3 for T2. Fatau has Beasler on the left, shoots himself, and scores! Spectacular strike from Fatau. His 6th of the season, the 2nd for T2, and some breathing room for Portland on this Saturday afternoon at Merlot. I said earlier, he's never shy about taking a shot. Had Beasler on the left, instead decided to take it himself, and that is a spectacular strike. As good of a finish from distance as you'll see. Bending away from the keeper, Jake Feener. He scored a couple like that this season. And Fatau gives T2 a 2-0 lead, and a little bit of anxiety. You feel released here in the crowd at Merlo Field. T2 needs to win today. They know that. If they want to stay in the playoff hunt. 7 points below the red line. A win would temporarily move them 4 points away until the games are played later this weekend. Final sub for Tulsa will be Oscar Jimenez coming on and Chad Bond coming off. It's the 4th sub of the match for Tulsa. 5 are allowed in USL play, but Tulsa only brought 4 players on their bench today. So that's it for David Irving, substitution-wise. T2 has made 2 subs today. Jonderson and Belmar coming off, Seaton and Fatau coming on. Foul called in the midfield. Gleason sends the ball forward. Seaton flicks it on. Back to Jake Feener. The tension in this match eased a bit after that second goal from T2. The 30 minutes in between T2's 2 goals. You could sense Tulsa pushing. Though Tulsa, a team that prefers to sit back and take its chances on the counterattack. But down a goal, pressed a little more than they had earlier in the match. Had a couple chances during that time. Unable to find a goal. T2's second has seemed to take a little bit of the edge off this match. Fatau, left side, already a goal tonight, a spectacular one. Seaton back to Fatau at the byline, nobody there. Headed clear by Tulsa. Espria, cross. Toshibe tried to head it. That was defended well by Tulsa. Beasler. Taylor Pay, touch forward, finds Gavin on the right side. Back to Espria. Big switch from Espria, picks out Fatau. G2 will be happy to have long stretches of possession at this point. Fatau was looking for Gavin. It's defended by Tulsa. Ochoa, he has some room to come forward. Still Sammy Ochoa with his left foot, sent it well wide.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's official attendance, 3,120.
Ochoa had a good chance in the middle of this second half inside the box that he put at Gleason, but otherwise T2 has done a good job of handling Tulsa's leading scorer. Substitution coming now for Portland Timbers 2. Blair Gavin, the captain, will come out of the match. And Brent Richards will come on. Brent Richards with 2 assists off the bench last week against Vancouver. A Camas, Washington native, former homegrown signing of the Portland Timbers, was the first ever homegrown signing by the Timbers. Appeared in 6 matches for the MLS side in 2012 before injuring his knee and missing 2 seasons of soccer, dealing with multiple knee injuries. But has returned to the pitch with T2 this season. And has a goal and 2 assists in 11 matches, now making his 12th appearance. Tulsa drives the ball forward. Delbridge wins the header. Richards got there first. He's got speed. This is a 2-on-1 for Fatau and Seaton. Fatau into space for Michael Seaton. The flag comes up. He puts it in the net. But Michael Seaton was offside. Just a couple steps from getting his 2nd goal in as many appearances for T2. 2nd time tonight that T2 has had a goal disallowed for offside. Not much controversy behind either. It did appear that, especially on this latest opportunity, Seaton was a good few steps offside. Michael Seaton, a 19-year-old Jamaican forward, was a homegrown signing of DC United in 2013. Was a member of DC for 2.5 seasons before being traded to the Timbers a couple weeks ago. Signed to the first team, but playing now for the 2nd time for T2, just 19. You expect him, at least this season, to see most of his playing time with Portland Timbers 2. The kid is onside, trying to get behind Toma, who slides in, sends that out for a Tulsa throw, and then stays on the turf. Toma back to his feet as we head towards the 90th minute. Oh, poor throw-in by Stephen Miller right to Andy Toma. He sends it back out for another Tulsa throw. And again, throw-in to Brent Richards. Tulsa down a couple goals is going to be very hard for them no matter what, but giving away 2 attacking throws in a row certainly doesn't help their cause. Now Miller drives across. It's a good one over the head of Kidd. Mata on the back post just took too long and allows Taylor Pay to come over, get in his way, and eventually disrupt enough to come away with the ball. And now T2 with numbers. Big switch from Espria, looking for Michael Seaton in a foot race. And Brewster got there first, sends it out for a throw. First meeting between these 2 teams is here's another look at Mata. Just got to probably hit it there. 1 touch too many. Allowed Taylor Pay to close down the space. 3 minutes of stoppage time shown by the 4th official, Jeff Arthur-Holtz. We're in to the 1st minute of stoppage time. Give away from T2. Ochoa. Jimenez. Chip to Kidd, chests it down, turns, and swarmed by T2 defenders. It was eventually Beasler who got it clear. Chip into the box. Ochoa is onside and couldn't bring it down. Flag stayed down. 2 chances in a couple minutes for Tulsa. They just haven't been sharp in the 18-yard box tonight. Heavy touch from Beasler. Loses it for a throw. T2, as you'd expect, has dropped everyone but Seton behind the ball as they defend and try to hold on to a 2-goal lead. Pay pokes it away from Ochoa. Here comes Asprilla. Ochoa hustling back to defend. Slides. Asprilla goes over him, and then Fatal is called for the foul. Davarin. Miller settles. Richards defending. Sends it out for a throw. Ben Brewster can take a long throw. Picks out the chest of a teammate. This is a great chance for Kidd, and it was cleared by Delbridge. Miller sent across to the feet of Kidd, brought it down to the 6-yard box, and Delbridge, defending in front of Gleason, was able to get it clear. And now T2 in stoppage time on the counter. Fatal in a foot race with Henry. Fatal got there first. Doesn't have much help, no need to. T2's got a 2-0 lead. Just trying to kill the game now. The objective for Portland Timbers too. Fatal into some space for Foshive, who got there first. Foshive sends across towards Seton. He settles, still Seton to the byline, cut off by a Tulsa defender. He gets it back. Now Foshive in the area. Back to Seton. Asprilla. Seton. Asprilla overlaps. Seton leaves for Asprilla. Step over from Dodron Asprilla. He's had a few wow moments with the ball on his feet tonight. And that's it. Lucas Brooks with the final whistle. T2, a much-needed 2-0 win over Tulsa Roughnecks FC. Fatal on the turf, holding on to his lower right back. Memories of his 81st minute goal will make that feel a little bit better after this match tonight. A screamer from Fatal in the 81st was preceded by a Carlton Belmar goal in the 51st. And with the win, T2 moves temporarily 4 points away from the red line, their second straight win here at home at Merlo Field. Let's take a look back at this match. First half was controlled by T2, but they couldn't find a goal. Closest they came was in the 11th minute off a corner kick. Anthony Manning, the center back, slammed the ball off the post. Strong header off that left post. And it was scoreless at halftime. Then in the 51st, Dairon Asprilla with a run down the right side. Put the ball on a platter for Carlton Belmar, who finished for the 12th time this season. Now tied for 4th in the league in scoring, the leading rookie goal scorer. It was 1-0, and then Fatal. 81st minute stunner from distance. Curling away from Jake Feener. That's a great look on a brilliant strike from Fatal. With the win, T2 moves to 10-12-2. Still just 2 draws this season, kind of an anomaly. 32 points, 4 points below Tulsa, who falls to 10-10-6. But T2 has 2 games in hand on Tulsa, who have just 2 games remaining in the season. T2 has 4 games left to play this season. Sac Republic with 6 games left to play, sitting in a spot that they're probably pretty comfortable with. 2 points below the red line, but with games in hand on 34 points. Orange County Blues also with 6 games left on 36 points. So T2 still with ground to make up, still with work to do, but certainly feeling like they have a chance to make the playoffs with 4 matches left this season. Those 4 matches will be against 4 of the 5 teams directly above them in the Western Conference standings. The only one they're not playing in their last 4, Tulsa, who they played and beat today. The next home match for T2 will be in 2 weeks. Saturday afternoon, September 5th, a 3 o'clock start against the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Again, one of those teams directly above them in the USL Western Conference table. Next match for T2 will be next Saturday down in Southern California at OC Blues, a 7 o'clock start, which you can watch here on Timbers2.com. For tickets to the Colorado Springs match, the final match actually here at this beautiful soccer venue of Merlot Field, go to Timbers2.com. For everybody here at Merlot Field, thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us. A 2-0 win for Portland's Timbers 2 over Tulsa Roughnecks. Have a great night.